There are few plants that stop you in your tracks quite like the Begonia Maculata. It's a work of art, whimsical, elegant, and utterly unique. Bringing one home feels like you've acquired a living masterpiece. But then, this happens. The once perfect leaves develop these dreaded crispy brown edges. A leaf unceremoniously drops to the floor. It starts to look leggy and sad. It's a pattern many of us know all too well, and it has earned this plant a reputation for being a demanding diva. But what if I told you the Begonia Maculata isn't a diva? It's just specific. It's a plant that whispers its needs very clearly, and once you learn to listen, caring for it becomes a simple joy. Here at Gardenwrld, we're going to decode those whispers. We'll diagnose the issues, create a comeback plan, and set you up for a thriving, long-term relationship with this incredible plant. Unlike the orchids we've talked about, this begonia grows in the soil of tropical forest floors. It's used to dappled light, consistent moisture, and, this is the most important clue, very high humidity. Almost every problem with this plant stems from a mismatch in one of those three areas. So let's start by reading the leaves. They are the ultimate diagnostic tool. The most common complaint is this: crispy brown edges. This isn't a sign of bad watering. It is a direct cry for more humidity in the air. The delicate leaf tissue is literally drying out. Next, yellowing leaves. If it's the oldest, lowest leaves turning yellow and dropping, you're likely overwatering. The plant is trying to shed excess water and the roots are suffocating. And finally, leggy, sparse growth, where the stems are long with leaves far apart. This is a clear sign your plant is stretching, desperately seeking more light. To be absolutely sure about watering, we have to check what's happening below the surface. Let's gently examine the root ball. Healthy roots should be firm and white. If you see brown, mushy, or slimy roots, you found root rot from overwatering. Now that we've diagnosed the issues, we can begin the revival. First, let's prune for health and shape. Using clean shears, we'll remove any fully yellow or dead leaves. For the leggy stems, don't be afraid to cut them back. Find a node, that little bump on the stem where a leaf grows, and make your cut about a ½ inch above it. This will encourage the plant to branch out from that point, creating a much fuller, bushier plant. And as a bonus, the pieces you prune can easily be propagated in water to make new plants. If you did find root rot, you'll want to trim away all the mushy parts and repot it into fresh, well-draining soil. A good mix is 1 part standard potting soil, 1 part perlite, and 1 part orchid bark. This creates a light, airy medium that holds moisture without becoming waterlogged. Now for the most critical part, long-term care and creating the perfect environment. You can have everything else right, but without this, your begonia will struggle. I'm talking about humidity. Your home's air is likely far too dry. The best solution is a small humidifier placed nearby. It's a game changer. Alternatively, you can place the pot on a pebble tray with water or group it with other plants to create a small, humid microclimate. Next, watering. Ditch the schedule. Before you water, stick your finger an inch into the soil. If it's dry, it's time to water thoroughly until it runs out the bottom. If it's still damp, wait. This simple test is the best way to prevent overwatering. And finally, light. Your begonia craves bright, but strictly indirect, sunlight. Direct sun will scorch its leaves. A spot a few feet back from an east-facing window or in a bright room with no direct sunbeams is perfect. By giving your Begonia Maculata the humidity it craves, the right amount of water, and the gentle light it loves, you'll see it transform. The new leaves will emerge perfect and pristine. It will grow full and lush. It wasn't being difficult, it was simply waiting for you to understand its home. You haven't just saved a plant, you've learned to provide a home. You've cracked the code. Thank you for joining us at Gardenwrld. If you have a begonia story to share, please tell us in the comments below. For more guides to help you create a thriving green space, don't forget to subscribe. Happy gardening, happy.